Wildfires have forced more than 30,000 people to flee their homes in the US state of Colorado. The crisis has turned into one of the worst natural disasters in the state's history.
At least 32,000 evacuations were ordered.
This is a firestorm of epic proportions.
I'm leaving my house for probably the last time. Oh my God, there's smoke in the air, so bad. Let me see if I can pull up through here. This hill was on fire just a second ago. There's flames flying here. This is what I'm looking at now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
We're speechless. We're absolutely speechless out here. It's heartbreaking, shocking. I mean, this is Colorado. This is our home. And I'm just at a loss for words what I'm seeing right now.
I mean, it seems like it's almost creating a domino effect. It's just one after another.
From the fire line, another threat. Winds carrying embers up to half a mile away, landing on homes, igniting mini fires. Those homes with wooden roofs are exposed.
Cars are bumper to bumper. More than 32,000 evacuated so far. In a fire moving so fast, it doubled in size overnight.
Record heat and wild winds are fueling almost 3 dozen
major weather stories. The record-breaking heat stifling much of this country, and the severe weather it could very well bring in the coming hours.
1,500, get this, 1,500 record high temperatures just in the last week broken. Scary heat across the southeast.
Much of the country from Kansas to New York is in for a scorcher.
26 states with heat warnings.
More than 3,100 heat records broken in the last month alone.
Temperatures are moving east. Chicago saw its third straight day of triple-digit temperatures. 6 deaths now related to the heat. And tonight, there are still 150,000 people who haven't had power for a week.
Highways buckling under the extreme heat. And so many Americans asking, where are we headed? Take a look at this. Over 500 storms causing damage in the last 24 hours. But first here tonight, the deadly storms that already hit. A fierce line of raging winds that ripped across nearly half of the country in the dark of night. The death toll rising today. A path nearly 800 miles long. Winds reaching 85 miles an hour, ripping the wall right up this apartment building in Richmond, Virginia. Tearing trees from the ground, smashing cars and homes. This image there from Maryland. Today, at least 12 people are dead. Nearly 3 million without power. Just as this record heat settles in.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Where's Mom? What's she stopping for? Daddy.
I'm not good. We're gonna be fine. Yeah, what's down there?
There's fire trucks up here and fires everywhere. Oh my God, I need to keep going. Oh my God, there's ashes coming in my window. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't breathe.
Uh-oh. Come over here. I think that's possibly fire.
Fire?
Look at the sky.
Fire?
Look at the sky. Look at the...
This is Apocalyptic. Newcastle was shrouded in daytime darkness as a supercell thunderstorm passed, turning the roads into rivers and daytime into dark nights. As the storm's peak, 153 lightning strikes were being recorded every minute. 153 lightning strikes a minute, and hailstones the size of golf balls. An astonishing 54,000 lightning bolts were reported in 24 hours across the Midlands and northern Britain, 20 times more than is usual in such storms.
Predict this one though. Top of the fourth, no score out of nowhere. Listen. Wow.
yards of flag. That hit very close to this ballpark. You can see Ryan Doman running from the batter's box, and you saw the flash.
Ron Washington said, "I thought I was dead." Oh my gosh. Michael Youngman added, "That was the loudest thing I ever heard in my life. I don't even know how to describe it. It was crazy."
You can tell he's talking to the
Dude, I got that on video.
That was close.
Holy.
A teenage footballer's fighting for his life amid reports he was struck by lightning during his team's school holiday training session.
The 17-year-old was among dozens from Pembroke School training here at the Kensington Sports Oval when he suddenly collapsed. That coincided with a loud bang which sent his teammates running, and witnesses also reported seeing a sudden lightning strike.
There was a very loud bang, and I've never heard a bang like it.
The boys' trainer desperately performed CPR while they waited for ambulance crews to arrive. He was then taken to the Royal Adelaide Hospital, where he's now in a critical condition.
Over the weekend, storms made nationwide headlines. Summer storms stampeded across several states. Lightning turned lethal Sunday during a soccer game in Texas.
I heard what sounded like a bomb go off, and it hit the top of the tree, and it was just like sparks and fire going all the way down the tree.
Two men watching the match beneath this tree were killed.
All of them had burns to their body indicating that they were struck.
In New York, a family camping trip was cut short when lightning punched through the roof of Jennifer and Matthew Moritz's RV.
The whole ceiling was on fire and the entire ground was electrified.
And another lightning strike in Washington state left this home smoldering.
Homeowner was sitting in the living room and was actually blown across the living room.
Well, the severe storms in Adelaide and other parts of the state seem to come out of nowhere. Hail the size of 10-cent pieces bombarded the ground. The Barossa Valley was whited out by the torrent. Workers had to run for cover. The heaviest falls were across the hilltops where hail blanketed the ground. Local winemaker Steve Hoff thought the downpour was snow.
The clouds cleared, the hills are as white as white.
And it's a twofold problem. Not only have they had heavy rain, but the hail and flooding as well. Also, very heavy falls of up to 40 millimetres of rain.
Flash floods in Russia's Krasnodar region struck unexpectedly as thousands woke up to a nightmare. While they were asleep, their lives and the people they loved were being washed away.
After the worst floods in its history, more than 170 people were killed in the deluge caused by torrential rain. Thousands of houses were destroyed.
In almost an instant, the small town was virtually swept away by a torrent of rain and mud, deluged by a giant wave of up to 7 meters, dwarfing most of the buildings there.
Мамочка погибла, утонула моя родная. Соседочка моя, вот хата накрылась медным тазом, и соседочка умерла, там утонула.
Over 12,000 people have been affected. The disaster caused by torrential rain swamped thousands of houses, and there are warnings the rain will continue throughout Sunday.
Severe floods sweep across provinces in southwestern China, brought on by torrential rains. Hundreds of thousands of people have been forced to evacuate the area. While in southwestern Sichuan province, the storm had affected over 2 million people. 30,000 had been relocated as of Thursday. China's meteorological authorities on Sunday forecast more heavy rain.
A normally quiet river turns into a raging torrent, swallowing everything in its path. In just 24 hours, this region has seen its heaviest rainfall on record, and there's no sign it's about to stop. One area, Kumamoto, had 50 centimeters of rain in less than 24 hours. There's a risk of tornadoes as winds pick up and the weather gets worse. The heavy rain has caused landslides which have crushed houses.
Days of incessant rains in India's northeastern Manipur state causes flooding.
A sea of floodwater leaves no trace of the villages that lie beneath, or the dozens of lives the water has claimed. Floodwaters have forced nearly 1 million people to leave their homes. In all, about 2 million have been affected by the flooding. 2,000 villages are now inundated with water. Nearly every district in the state is consumed by it.
Severe and deadly storms rattled 1.9 million people across 8 states and D.C.
This was like a war zone here.
At least 22 people have now died from the heat and from the storms.
Swift, powerful, and unforgettable.
Oh my God!
There was this huge boom, and the sky for over half an hour was just like flashing the whole time. It was interesting. It was like the alien movies.
It was fast, lightning, then severe wind and rain, tearing out trees at their roots. They were unusual thunderstorms.
Power lines and poles leaning, and it just looked like something out of a Stephen King movie. It's horrific. There's carnage everywhere.
Freak wind gusts have ripped through 2 Adelaide suburbs, causing widespread damage. Roofs were torn off homes and cars and fences damaged.
A tornado has damaged 12 homes in 1 Windsor Garden street. The freak storm bringing down trees, power lines and tearing open properties in its
path. A wake-up
path.
call that shook an entire street. Lassie Street residents emerged from their homes bewildered to find emergency crews sifting through rubble and clearing debris.
Residents on Lassie Avenue at Windsor Gardens watched as the tornado hit just before 7 a.m.
Unbelievable. You've got trees up there just picked up out of the ground, just thrown on the ground.
It's like a bomb hit this place. It's crazy, and it's just this street.
Windows were blown out, walls blown over.
A second tornado cut a similar swathe of damage through another street 25 kilometres away at North Haven.
As the freak storm hit this suburb, a tornado strong enough to uproot trees as it ripped through Sir Keith Smith Drive just after 8 this morning.
The Weather Bureau estimates wind gusts in the tornado's vortex reached 150 kilometres an hour.
Rain was just easing up and this roar came out of nowhere.
By mid-morning, heavy wind and rain had set in again, residents fearing a second round of damage. Locals baffled their street was the only one in the suburb to be hit.
Just what was in the sky over southern Colorado this afternoon. Thousands of people saw it. We've heard from scores of you about this bright fireball falling down toward the ground. Now, 12:38 this afternoon, reports start coming in from as far to the south as New Mexico. We start hearing reports from 11 News viewers to the south, perhaps in Old Colorado City on the southern edge of the state. Then, not Old Colorado City, rather Colorado City. Then we move north, we're hearing reports from Pueblo. Also from the south end of Colorado Springs, we're hearing from viewers who say they saw it. Now get this. Out at the scene of the Springer fire in Park County, it was spotted there too. So much concern over possibly more meteors that they actually grounded the air tankers fighting that fire for a while. Then we started getting a lot of reports from people in the northeast end of Colorado Springs.
It had a very long tail on it. It was just arced as it came across the sky.
July 1st, 2012. Meteor plunges into the ocean, lighting up the Perth sky. Perth beachgoers at Kotzebue sighted fiery streak in the sky at sunset as a suspected meteor plunged into the ocean off the WA coast.
Buenos días. A esta hora de la mañana tú tienes información además de lo que ha ocurrido entre otras cosas con esta
es un destello, o sea, tiene una trayectoria que va de cordillera a mar, ¿no?
Investigators are still trying to figure out how a fire was started on Desert Way in Reno last night. Many residents say they saw what appeared to be an airplane crash into the mountainside, but firefighters say all planes have been accounted for and that wasn't the case. Both Reno and the Truckee Meadows Fire Protection District responded. Crews were able to contain the fire to just about an acre. Witnesses on scene say again that they appeared to have seen what appeared to be an airplane or perhaps a meteorite soaring through the sky and then crashing into the hillside.
I was in shock because I didn't know what it was and I didn't know what to believe, or if it was a fire or some sort of weird light.
Officials would not say whether or not they found anything on scene, and the cause of the fire is still unknown.